Hello, I'm Kevin Anderson.
And I'm James Cardy.
And this is At the Lyric. Tonight we have A Matter of Size. It's a film about a group of obese Israelis who embrace their size to become sumo wrestlers while learning a little something about themselves. Alright, so James, this was, a movie that's been done a million times before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing new about this movie at all.
We talked about Moon being a little bit derivative, but this movie isn't incredibly derivative.
No, it's got the same formula of all movies about a group of people who try to overcome something, and then they win in the end. So
I mean, it's
not much to say.
It's borrowed a lot from Cool Runnings, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, like you name it.
All set in Israel with a bunch of fat people.
Any rom-com remotely involving sports is
totally there.
Like this movie.
We might as well just say Any Given Sunday. I'm just kidding.
Not quite.
I'm just kidding.
Not quite.
So, but it is really nice though to see a movie from the Middle East that has absolutely nothing to do with war, religion, or politics. I mean, the last movie that I saw that was from the Middle East was Captain Abu Rayed, and that was that also had nothing to do with that, but with anything along those lines. But it actually was a quality movie and had a really good story to it that was totally different. So it's nice to see something new, or to see something that doesn't have that stereotypical Middle Eastern flavor.
There weren't any Hezbollah suicide bombers.
No suicide bombs. No crazy protests. No terrorists. The problems in Israel weren't even addressed in this movie.
Nope.
Yeah, it was
just about being fat.
Exactly. It was just about being fat. Any American could have made that movie too. Any French person could have. Well, the French aren't fat, but
pretty sure a bunch of Americans and French people and Germans have already made this movie.
Totally.
But,
even the Jamaicans with Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings,
it's been done.
Cool Runnings. Let it be known though that Cool Runnings is infinitely better than this movie.
Well, it was. I feel like it's one of those.
It should be on the AFI Top 100, but that's for another show.
That's for another show. So why should we see this movie, James?
Well, I mean. It's a very innocuous movie. You can go see it, and it's not going to leave a bad taste in your mouth, like you said, because there's no, Israel-Palestine conflict or anything like that in there. But at the same time, it doesn't really stick with you at all.
Oh yeah, no. I'll probably forget about this movie by next week.
Yeah. It's the only thing really intriguing about this movie is that it's made in Israel.
Exactly.
It's mostly in Hebrew, some Japanese,
a little bit of Japanese,
some weird Japanese English Hebrew hybrid,
something like those lines.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like I said, I mean, it would be nice to see a movie like Waltz with Bashir or Paradise Now. But, I think at this point in time, I think people don't want to see movies about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict anymore.
Well, yeah, that's what the main thing this movie has going for it, is that it's not about that at all.
Yeah.
It just leaves that behind.
Which, I mean, I'm an advocate for, the conflict and everything like that. I believe it needs to be addressed. And obviously, film is a great way to address, political issues. But I just think that that setting is just getting a little.
I think cinema, people go see movies for
entertainment.
I think it is escapism.
Totally.
And this is, I mean, certainly if you live in Israel, this is a piece of escapism.
Definitely. I wonder how well it did in Israel.
Probably pretty well.
Probably, yeah. Well, if it's coming over here, yeah. I mean, this movie, it's
a little ethnocentric, but
hey, totally.
Give us a break.
And, it's funny because me, James. I'm always researching films. Like it's my big thing. And I never heard about this movie. And in fact, going into the past few movies we've done, I've read about months ago.
Yeah.
This movie, I had no idea what this. I thought this was a documentary about like fat camp or something.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
The title, I don't know. It
was a very weak title.
Well, but
maybe the Hebrew version.
Chalk it up to probably like something lost in translation. You know what I mean? That's what I chalk it up to anyway. We'll give him the. No, I'm talking about like the title itself was lost in translation.
Well, Lost in Translation. That was a great movie, but
it's debatable. But yeah.
That's for another show, right?
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it definitely. I bet the Hebrew title has a little bit better of a meaning.
Whenever you watch a movie that's subtitled, there's always a little something that's lost in translation.
Totally.
I can't tell if these people are good actors or not because they're acting in Hebrew, and I mean, you can get a little bit of the expressionism out of them, out of their faces and all that, but it's still difficult. But this is a very easy movie. Don't let the subtitles or anything scare you. It's an easy movie to keep up with.
Yeah,
trust me.
I mean, as I always say when I'm trying to convince...
You could bring your 95-year-old grandmother to this movie, and subtitles would scare her.
Yeah. What I always tell people about foreign films and subtitles is, after a certain point, you forget that you're even reading subtitles.
Yeah, that's true.
And, they're not even there anymore.
Yeah.
So... it feels like you're all speaking English, but you're not really speaking English. You're reading it, it's a foreign film.
I always prefer subtitles to dubbing.
Totally.
Dubbing just ruins movies.
When I see a movie that's dubbed, I don't even watch it. I turn it off. It's gone.
As you should.
No more.
Well,
I guess that's all we have for today. So we'll see y'all next week for Michael Moore's latest controversial documentary, Capitalism: A Love Story. See you all then.